going on, guys? It's Tally. Welcome to week number 10 of my IIFYM flexible dieting style cut for my photo shoot that's coming up in May 16th. In this video I am 10 weeks out. This is week 9. I am 10 weeks out from my photo shoot. As I mentioned in a couple of videos ago, I got a little bit backed up, so what you guys are seeing is a couple of weeks ago actually, because I was a little bit backed up with school and finals and lots of group projects. So as you are seeing this, I am currently in my spring break, but I am catching up with some of the footage that I recorded the weeks leading up to spring break, and I'm trying to get that content out to you as quickly as possible, so trying to release videos every few days. So I'll keep this intro pretty short as I did last time. This week you're going to see bits and pieces of food, a little bit of grocery shopping, a little bit of my life in general, and then I'm also going to be talking about weigh-ins and trying to detach myself from the scale as much as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It doesn't really have any training footage in it. I'm gonna be keeping the training footage separate, I think, from now on, just so that when it does come time to show you guys footage of the gym, I can actually talk about that and elaborate that a lot more, as opposed to just trying to squeeze things into a few minutes. So let me know in the comments below if that sounds good to you or not, and without further ado, let's get started. What's up, you guys? It's Sunday morning. I am a zombie because I haven't eaten yet. I woke up with this like massive headache. Felt super bloated, had a low weigh-in of 134.4, which was pretty exciting because I was holding on to quite a bit of weight last week due to stress and then also all the girly things. So I apologize if nothing I am saying is making sense. It's because I'm not even like hangry, which is hungry and angry at the same time. I'm like hungry and zombie. Is that like zombie? Yeah, zombie hunger. Zonger. I'm zongry. That's wow. So last week I started putting some of the Colonel's popcorn seasoning, the butter flavor, into my broast. And today, actually a couple days ago, I tried this for the first time because I had a really weird craving. But I decided to put some mozzarella cheese and ragu tomato sauce instead of pizza sauce, because I don't have pizza sauce, to make it like a pizza broast. So all sorts of crazy food up in here. I think I'm some sort of culinary genius, but I'm just throwing weird food together. So here's the final product. It is not particularly sexy, or like attractive, but for some reason all this week I've been craving pizza sauce, and I've been putting like tomato sauce on everything. It's been a weird week, but I decided to put it on my eggs too, and it is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I enjoy it, so hopefully I'll eat some of that and then not be a zombie so I can train and be exciting and film for you guys. What? Sorry about the lighting. I do not have natural lighting right now because it's like 8:30 p.m. and I just got done with my workout, and I'm going to have some protein pancakes because I'm starting to incorporate a higher carb day, or 4 of them actually, each week. But I am watching Brittany Lesser's latest video. If you do not know of her, I don't know how you got to this channel. So I am going to link her below, so definitely check her out. She is starting her prep for a bikini competition, and she is a flexible dieter as well. She's pretty cool. She actually posted her Q&A a couple days ago. I hadn't had a chance to sit down and watch it, and it was in my watch later queue, but she gave me a shout out, and I was wondering, because in the last few days we went up from 500 to like 550 subscribers, and I was wondering where all these random people were coming from. I love you guys, but it was kind of random. You are the best. Go check her out if you haven't yet. But anyway, you guys, I am making some protein pancakes, and what I wanted to do was use heart-shaped molds, the one that the Cookie Panda got me for Valentine's Day, to make Cellucor Corfetti Kodiak cake pancakes. And the first batch turned out really cute, and I'll show you guys right here. But you might notice that this is kind of a small batch. Like, why are there only 3 little pancakes? Well, that's because I continued to make them, and they didn't turn out so hot, because apparently I suck at molds. Here's what the final product looks like. So that's pretty embarrassing. I put some Walden Farms blueberry syrup on it, as well as some fat-free Ready Whip, which is like 1 gram of carbs for like 2 tablespoons. So definitely check that out. Super macro friendly. Totally worth like the stupid, crazy expensive price that they have on it. But I put it on there to try to beautify it a little bit, but heart-shaped pancakes were a fail tonight. So for the last 2 days, I think I mentioned in a video or 2 videos ago, that I am trying to bump up my macros while on this cut, while still maintaining my weight loss progress. So my plan was and currently is to, for the days that I deadlift, bench, or squat, which are 4 days a week, I am bumping up my carbs to 180 grams of carbs a day because I would like to diet on as high macros as possible. But that's especially nice if you hit some sort of plateau. You can actually chip away from, like, I'd rather chip away from 180 than from like 150 or 130. So it is Thursday morning, and for the last 2 days I had my squat slash leg day, and then I had my heavy deadlift slash upper body day yesterday. Today is my rest day, so for the last 2 days I actually increased my carbs to 180 grams of carbs a day. I kind of had mixed feelings about this because on one hand I was excited to incorporate more food and have an extra 30 grams of carbs to play with all day, and have that energy boost as well. I was also nervous because, you know, I've been tracking macros for a year now. I'm very aware of the fact that your body needs fuel, needs food in order to grow, in order to maintain itself, in order to sustain itself and perform. But even after a year of tracking macros, even after being on 360 grams of carbs a day, I still had a little bit of anxiety about bumping up the amount of food that I'm eating. It's just crazy to me that we're basically trained to be afraid of more food. Especially women from such a young age. It's like as soon as you start adding more food, it's like, oh, what's gonna happen to the scale? And I try not to tie my self-esteem or my self-worth to the scale very much. I do weigh myself every day, and I take a weekly average. So when something good happens with the scale, when I have a low weigh-in, I try not to let it make my day or make my morning, because on the other hand, if I have a higher weigh-in, I don't want that to ruin my day, and I don't want that to affect my own self-image. So I try to dissociate myself as much as possible from that and use it strictly as a kind of a measuring stick. But I try not to associate emotion with the scale very much, and I think you guys might notice that I don't talk about my weight too frequently besides checking in with you guys about my weekly weigh-ins. But today was kind of a different situation because for the last few days, especially after the days that I've had higher carbs, I've actually had lower weigh-ins. Today I weighed in at 133.2, which I was not expecting at all. And I'm still trying not to attach myself to a number, and I'm still trying not to get too excited about that, because I am not a number, and it's silly to get so excited over, you know, just a small change in a number like that. I did want to share this with you guys, mostly because it's not just, oh, the number went down today, that's exciting. It's I was able to kind of overcome a smaller fear of adding in more food while I'm trying to cut down and diet, and my weight managed to drop, which was kind of interesting, and that was kind of exciting for me because it kind of reinforced my decision to try to incorporate more food back into my diet. So I've spent about 5 minutes talking about my scale and talking about the number. And that's it. I'm not going to mention it for the rest of the day. I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to input it into my fitness pal. I'm going to input it into my log, but I'm not going to go crazy and celebrate over a low weigh-in because I'm worth more than that. It's more exciting. Like for me, it's more exciting to celebrate, oh cool, look, I got like a shoulder striation, or like I'm able to deadlift more than I could in the beginning of the year. Because I've been working on my form, because I've been so deliberate about it. That's exciting. That's worth celebrating for me. That's more of a measure of my progress than a number on the scale. For me personally, I would rather share and celebrate and talk about NSV. You'll see that hashtag a lot, non-scale victories. So something I did in the gym. So I was proud of myself for being able to lift more. I was proud of myself. I would rather share that than show you pictures of the scale going down every day, because at the end of the day, the scale is a number. It doesn't measure anything more than that. For me, I'd rather celebrate something that I did that made me a better person, that made me a stronger person, that made me a more confident person, that made me a better influence on others, that made me help people more, than something that literally only I will ever see unless I post about it on Instagram. So for me, something I did at the gym, or a person I helped, or somebody that reached out to me and I was able to help them, for me that's much more of an accomplishment than, you know, a drop in the weight. That's kind of like a random morning tangent. I hope you guys are cool with that. But I really just wanted to share that, first of all, I added more carbs to my diet and I did not gain weight like a crazy person. But secondly, and kind of more importantly, I'm doing everything I can to not attach myself to that number because I know it's going to go up and I know it's going to fluctuate and I know it's not a measure of my personal progress or of my worth as a human being. Find fulfillment in something else. Use the scale to track and to check in and to as kind of a benchmark, but don't associate yourself with it. Find other measures of self-worth and find other things that make you feel fulfilled besides just something that relies on a few AAA batteries to tell you a number.
We went to go get pho. This is the difference between someone cutting and just getting broth.
And someone bulking. It's like the extra large.
Thank you.
So let's face it, there's nothing macro friendly about pho.
There's like 20 grams of fat, and this is like 115, 110, 120 carbs.
Yeah, I have 150 today. Put some bean sprouts in there. But I basically just want to keep them company. And so I got some broth. This is not my lunch. Alright guys, I can't tell if this is actually focused. He thinks it's not. We'll see. We'll see. I can't tell either. We don't wear sunglasses here because we're in Seattle. So we are walking to the grocery store that's on campus.
All these girls with their cameras talking to
all
themselves.
These girls freaking vlogging. How obnoxious is that? All these weird ass selfies. I look a little less strange, I feel like. Oh, we just walked through someone's picture. Whoops. It's zooming in on you. It thinks
because I'm awesome.
It was saying something. I forgot what it was. But anyway, we are headed to the grocery store that's on campus. Since I do live in the dorms, I have a dining account, so I have money on the dining account, and we have a little grocery store.
Did have money.
I did have money, and then I am very low and don't really have money, so he's gonna buy me groceries this week. But basically, it's money that you can only spend on campus, and we have a grocery store, which is pretty cool, so I'll take you guys to that in a second. But I figured we would walk through the quad through like the only nice sunny day in Seattle ever, show you guys how beautiful it is here, like once a year. Snappy crisp, got a butternut squash, eggplant, which I've never cooked before, carrots, you got an onion, mushrooms, and this guy's for him. And they used to have the slow churned half fat dryers and I was their biggest customer, but they stopped carrying them. But they do have Skinny Cow, chocolate truffles, and occasionally you'll also see this, the Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches. Alright guys, so for those of you keeping track at home, my week 10 average weigh-in was 133.9 pounds, and this was the week right before finals week, so I was getting geared up to go into my final. I hope you guys found that little rant about weigh-ins and kind of my thoughts on that helpful for yourself. I know that's something that I've been kind of trying to detach from as much as possible, and that is something that I've kind of been struggling this last week actually, and I'll probably talk about that in an upcoming video. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that like button if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button for me so you can stay updated and so that we can grow this channel as much as possible. As always, a huge thank you for your support. I'll see you guys in a few days, and as always, don't stop growing.